Hi everyone, let's plan a party. So for this assignment, we will have to think about what are some considerations when we're planning a party and booking a banquet hall for a big event. Okay, so the task for this assignment is to choose between two different banquet halls and calculate how much each of them costs, while also considering any other constraints that we need to consider. Okay, so the Athletic Council is planning the Athletic Awards Banquet. Okay, so the Athletic Council are people that are involved in sports, and at the end of the year, there's usually an Athletic Awards Banquet where they give awards to people who do really well in their sports. Okay, so they want to have this party in a nice banquet hall, but affordability is key. So affordability is really important. This means that we cannot have a place that is too expensive and that students cannot afford. Okay? So first, even before we begin with the numbers, what are some things that the Athletic Council will need to consider? What are some things that will impact the cost of the hall? And in the end, we might want to have the most luxurious hall or somewhere where it's really beautiful, or maybe it has a lot of amenities, for example, okay, in a very nice, expensive venue, okay? But in the end, when we're doing things that are for students, sometimes there's something called like deciding factors. This means that in the end, even though we might want a lot of different things that are really nice, sometimes there are certain constraints or limitations, and we have to go with that, okay? So I want you to write down any ideas that you have to answer any of these questions before you move on, and you can just type them right in your slide deck, okay? Because a copy has been made for you. Okay, next up. So the Athletic Council has researched, and they've gone to many different restaurants and banquet halls, and they've decided between two halls. This is what it means to narrow down your search. It means that you had a lot of ideas, but in the end, now we've gone down to just two different options. Okay, so hall number 1 is most luxurious hall. It has a rather high initial cost. So just when you book the hall and you go in and you have it for your dinner, okay, no matter what, it's going to cost $1,500 or $1,500. Okay, now in addition to this, each student or person will also have to pay $100 per plate of food. That means $100 if you're going for everyone, because they're going to be eating dinner. But it does include unlimited things to drink, unlimited beverages, and then the music and the DJ, the person playing the music, that's included in the cost that they have in here. Okay, and when I look at this picture, this banquet hall looks really quite luxurious and quite nice, and with all these light effects, okay? Now, hall number 2 is called Best Hall in Town. You'll notice that it costs $130 per plate or per dinner, but it also costs $20 more per person for unlimited beverages. So that means as much as anyone can drink, but it does cost $20 extra, okay? And then the music and the DJ are extra. You have to pay also $500 for that, for the music and the DJ, okay? But that's just a one-time fee or a fixed cost, or what we call sometimes a flat fee, okay? So your job is to decide and calculate which hall we should go with, okay? So which hall is the better deal for 150 guests? So we know that there's 150 students or people that want to attend this athletic banquet, okay? If there's going to be 150 people attending, how much does hall number 1 cost in total? Okay, you're going to calculate that, show all your work. And also, after that, you're going to calculate how much would it cost if 150 guests went to hall number 2, okay? I want you to show your work, okay? And you can type your answer here. any of your calculations, or you can just write down some answers. If you want to write down some answers, I'm just going to show you how you can insert a picture of your work right into your slide deck. Okay, so if you want to insert a picture of your work, you can go to Insert and then Image, and then you're going to go to Camera. Okay, so because I'm taking a video, I can't, take a picture at the same time. But the idea here is that you can actually just hold up your work in front of the camera, and you click on this button right over here, and it'll insert your work right into your slide deck. Okay, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now, after you've done that, here's a bit of extra challenge as well, okay? Some other things to consider, okay? So, and you can do these one by one, okay? Just pause as we go along, okay? But for how many guests will the Athletic Council pay the same for both halls? So when we initially set up this problem, we said there's going to be 150 guests, okay? But let's just say that there might be more guests or less guests. If the number of guests was flexible, and maybe we can get more students to attend this athletic banquet, when is it that both of the halls will actually cost the same? Okay, that's the first question right there. Okay. Also, this is now not a numbers problem, but suppose you were in the banquet hall business. Let's just say that you were the owner of this banquet hall. How would you make the banquet more affordable to get the Athletic Council's business? Okay. And then lastly, what incentive would you give to encourage people to choose your banquet hall? So that's kind of related. Okay. So this is a bit of extra challenge that you can also get some show some work for, okay, and have some fun with this as well.